Hi, and welcome to this weekly tarot messages reading. I'm the Stars Tarot, and thank you so much for joining me. I'm going to pull some cards for the week of Monday, the 9th of December, until Sunday, the 15th of December. I'm changing the format a little bit. Normally, I just pull three cards to signify the general energies for the whole week. And I decided to do something a little bit different. I'm going to pull still one card for the general energies, but I'm also going to pull one card as potential obstacles during this week and one card for potential opportunities or possibilities during this week. So let's get started. I already pre-shuffled the cards before, but I'm going to do one more or a couple more shuffles, and I'm asking for a card for a general message that is signifying this week. I'm using my trusted Light Seas Tarot deck once more. All right, it's the King of Cups as the general energy, or sort of like the signifying energies for the whole week. I'm going to pull one card for potential obstacles, so something that we need to be aware of that could be a bit challenging or a bit tricky during this week. All right, the King of Pentacles, that's two kings. And then I'm going to pull one card for potential opportunity or possibility that's coming our way during this week. Okay, the Four of Swords. Okay, so let's dive into these cards. I'm just going to use this holder that I found and forgot I had actually. Okay, so first of all, the general energies of this week is the King of Cups. And the King of Cups is really a lovely energy. The cups are representative of the suit of emotions and feelings. So anything that fits into our emotional realm. And the King is the last card of the court cards in the tarot. And it means that you've kind of come full circle in embodying this element of the tarot. So the element of water, feeling, emotions, and expressing that externally. So you can see how nicely this is represented in this deck. So this man is sitting here with one hand in a cup and looking very relaxed, looking very in tune with himself. So this is a very intuitive card, as you might expect. So in terms of general energies for this week, I would say that we, as a collective, are going to be very much in touch with our emotional side, and we're able to express it as well. If we would have had the Queen of Cups, for example, it would have been more of an inward recognition of emotions. The Queen is usually more introvert, and the King is usually seen as the more extrovert side of the emotional side if we're talking about Cups card. So there's really like a nice flowy energy of being able to express emotions, between being able to express your feelings. This can be towards yourself, but it can also be towards others. And just an overall quite relaxed idea of tapping into your own intuition, being in tune with who you are, what you would like to express towards the external world. So really quite a lovely energy. Usually the cards, it doesn't always have to be this case, but it can also represent an actual person. But because I'm reading this as a general energy for this week, I'm going to say that it's more the aspects of this king that is part as the general energy for this week. So really intuitive. There could be quite a creativeness as well. Maybe you have like a good spurt of like creative ideas and how to actually express that, because sometimes we can actually feel a bit blocked in channeling something that is an idea or a creative thought or creative feeling, and are having some difficulties in how to actually make that a reality. So it could be that that's also really part of it. And you see, I don't know how well this translates on camera, but you can see like this sort of like raise here around the heart area. So it also really means that you might feel just really calm within your own emotions. You know, you're really good with sitting within your emotional, intuitive side of yourself. So that's really quite a lovely energy to have as an overall idea for this week. Then, as a potential obstacle card, I drew the King of Pentacles. So another court card and another king. So again, like some aspects that I mentioned with the King of Cups can also be relevant for the King of Pentacles, in the sense that a king is usually signifying a more external kind of energy. And this king is, is obviously slightly different than the King of Cups, but because the pentacles are just a different element. The pentacles signify earth elements, which is meaning more everything within the physical realm. So something material, health, wealth, like everything that's tangible. And the King of Pentacles in this card, I really like the illustration of this card, because it just shows you that with this dog, like there's a theme of loyalty, but there's this sort of like a red glow beyond, which, it doesn't show here, but I almost feel like this king is sitting in front of a fireplace and he's just, very, very satisfied. And the king can definitely be an indication of wealth here, of offering you something that is wealth, could potentially be finances, but doesn't necessarily have to be, because pentacles, again, can be more than just financial side. It could also be health. So you could also be speaking of feeling some type of way about any type of health issues that you've been experiencing. So loyalty, feeling very serene. But the trick here is that we are reading this as an obstacle, right? So what could be the more shadow side of this? And if we look at a more negative explanation, or negative shadow side explanation of Pentacles, it could be that things are a bit too overbearing, actually. So again, this could be an actual person. So maybe someone with quite a, sort of male energy in your life will be a bit overbearing towards you. Like being too much like on your back, being too much on your case, and just being quite obsessive over something that is relevant in the terms of what a pentacle can represent. So it can also be a form of greed, and it really is telling us to kind of like seek the balance between the material and the spiritual. And that's why it's so lovely that we actually also get both of these cards here as kings, representing the spiritual side and representing the material side. So there needs to be a good balance between that. So if you have someone in your life that is sort of like representing this king, so someone who's really enjoying comfort in life, who is a provider, who can usually have a good sense of security, that person might be a little bit too much involved in something that you're currently doing. Or this person is offering you something, but with a bit of a disclaimer, like someone who's offering something but needs something in return, or is saying like, I can give you this, but then I need to have this in return, in the sense of a quid pro quo. But if it's read upright, so without the sort of reversed meaning from the shadow side, this is a very warm card. So I feel that as an obstacle, that warmth may become overbearing, like sort of like a helicopter parent almost. So take note of that there's, if this is a person or if this is just an energy, it can be kind of like a battle between the spiritual realm and the material realm, and trying to find a good balance between those two energies. Then, as a potential or opportunity card, we drew the Four of Swords. Just wanted to show you that is the 4. And the 4 of Swords is, as you might not be surprised by, it's like a card where you take a time out. And because it's a Swords card, this is the element of thoughts, thinking, behavioral patterns. It can be just anything tapping into the logical side of yourself and reasoning. And the 4 of Swords, like I said, is a sort of like a time out card. So it can indicate resting, the need from healing, just taking sort of like a mental break from everything so that a renewal can take place. So as in terms of opportunities, this card is indicating that you will have a possibility or an opportunity to actually have rest. And not just any rest, this is more the mental rest. So if you've experienced quite a lot of chaos recently, or if you've been, just really flip-flopping in your mind about something that's been bothering you, then you might actually have the opportunity to take that time out and to kind of not overthink things and just kind of like be where you need to be, resting, getting a massage, just really trying to get in touch with yourself again. And I feel that this is again where those kings come in as well. Like you might need to get in touch with yourself in terms of being a spiritual and material being. And you can be both of these things at the same time. But we, in general, not always have time to be several things at once. We often tend to focus on maybe one thing at a time. And if we have to focus on more than one thing, it maybe become an act of juggling too many things altogether. So this time is going to really give you a deep sense of rest, kind of more well-being. And it really helps to kind of feel alignment again within body, mind, and spirit. And if there's a healing that is needed, then try to sit with that healing side of it as well. So give yourself the permission to slow down and to take that rest that you need, and try to not be as scattered within your own thought patterns as you may have been potentially. So these cards, I think, are a really nice sequence in terms of the message that they are portraying, like the spiritual, the material, that balancing and taking perhaps some much needed rest if that is applicable to you. So I hope that gives you an idea of what to expect for this week. And let me know what you think of these cards. If it resonates, I'm always happy to hear some feedback on what you think and how this really plays out in your life at the moment. Thank you so much. Have a great week ahead and see you again next time.